fear this video is gonna call for a little drink, a little bevy. Hey guys, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know, I'm Tori and I typically film lifestyle bookish videos. I have been gone for 6 or 7 months, I think. I've not sat down and filmed and or edited anything in months. Honestly, there's like a number of reasons why, but I am excited to be back. I have so much to update you on. If you aren't new here and you're an old viewer, you can tell that my setup is completely different. I did move and I now have my whole own book room. So today we are going to do a book room tour and then also a book haul slash a bit of a update chat type situation. So we're kind of just hitting a few birds with one stone type of vibe. But if you are enjoying what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face. Check out all my socials down below and let's get into this video. Okay, so I feel like I should just kind of like off the bat rip off the band-aid and explain where I have been, and then we'll do a room tour, and then I have a collective book haul for you guys as well. So I in March met my partner, and when you get into a new relationship, you kind of, at least for me, tend to put a lot of your energy and time into that person. I also am a manager of a very successful coffee store and or company, and so that does take a lot of my time and energy. And I just kind of was like in this weird rut. I've been going through a reading slump quite literally all year long. I was building a new relationship and I was trying to still navigate how to be a successful manager for such a successful company, which I have, I feel like, accomplished at least that goal. I do feel like I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into my job, and I'm at a place where I'm not needed there as much. So those were like a few things that kind of begun this whole break that I took, and the reading slump is still in full effect. I will like be really into reading for like 2 weeks and then I don't read for a month, and then I read a little bit here and there and then I don't read again. I don't really know exactly what's going on, but ever since getting my new place, I am feeling very inspired to be reading. There's new releases I want to read. There's things that were released while I was kind of on my reading hiatus that I'm excited about. I have this whole new space, all of these new bookshelves, this whole room dedicated to my hobby and something I love. And so I'm kind of being re-sparked with that love for this all over again. I have missed YouTube so much. The number of times that I've wanted to come back is insane. It's just been very hard to figure out how to come back, what to post, who I really want to be when I'm online again. I am quite of a private person, and so sometimes it can be a little tricky. But I did get a new apartment and I am obsessed with it. I love every aspect. This is probably my dream apartment. Me and my boyfriend did move in together, and so that was a very big thing to kind of leave my first ever personal home away from my parents and leave my best friend, I don't live with her anymore, and kind of really start this next chapter of my adult life with this person. We also got a new puppy. She is passed out on the floor. I'm sure you will see her once I start showing you the room, but I put a lot of money and work into this space and I truly do love it. It's not 100% finished. There is still like artwork that needs put up and like little things here and there. I have a few things that are coming in the mail probably this weekend that are like little finishing touches, and then like I said, I still want to put artwork up. I just haven't decided what is going where, because if you have a book room, you know there's really not a lot of wall space left. My bookshelves take up basically every single crevice of wall space that I possibly could have had, so there's like a few spots here and there I could put some things, but I'm still really figuring that out. But overall, I am loving my new space. I'm loving this family that I'm building, and I feel like I'm really taking on that next chapter of life. I am going to be 22 soon, so I'm kind of hitting that more of like mid-20 realm, and I'm just really kind of figuring out who I'm going to be for the next few years. So I'm excited to share all of this with you guys and show you my new space, my safe spot. I do computer work in here, I read in here, I just relax in here, I online shop in here, I do basically just about anything. This is my space. I am very grateful and gracious that my boyfriend did agree to me having my own room, because we only have a 2-bedroom apartment, so like this whole room is just for me. So I'm going to show you guys everything. If you have any questions about where anything is, please ask below. And if you would like me to do a full book collection at some point, I also can do that. So let's get into the room tour, and then we will do my collective book haul. I have not bought this many books in a while, and it has been a very long time since I've filmed a sit-down book video, let alone a book haul. So I'm very excited for that. So let's hop into the room tour and then we'll carry on. Okay guys, so this is my brand new space. I'm gonna give you just a quick little overview, and then we'll do a little bit more detail. Don't mind the pups here on the floor. It is nap time and also my filming stuff. I didn't feel like moving it when I'm gonna need it again here shortly. But we will just like start out in each corner, I suppose. So this is just the second bathroom door. So we don't really use it. I don't really go in there very much. It's kind of just a spare bathroom that we don't need. But this is my new filming corner and filming setup. I am quite frankly extremely obsessed with it. So both of these bookshelves I actually got off Facebook Marketplace for $25 a piece. They are absolutely massive, probably some of the biggest bookshelves I've ever seen in my entire life. So my whole thought process was have this little like reading nook area, filming area with all of my cult favorite books, special editions, the things that really made me into the human and also reader that I am today. So we have one romance shelf and one fantasy shelf. Here's a bit of a closer look at the romance shelf. We have Liz Tom Ford, M. Hen. Obviously Jessa has her own 2 shelves because I love her that much. And then we go into Boys of Tommen, Ashley Poston, Abby Jimenez, and then at the bottom, way down there, you can't really see it, I have my Taylor Swift Eras Tour book and just some little knickknacks. And then this one is my fantasy shelf. So at the very top, those are my Acrylic boxes that my sets came in. And then we have my Fairy Loot books. I actually found these editions of Throne of Glass. They've never been opened, but they are the UK indie paperbacks for $100 on Facebook Marketplace. Y'all, seriously, do not sleep on Facebook Marketplace. Like, it's insane the things that you can find. And then I also have all of the OG Throne of Glass covers, my Acrylic covers, more Throne of Glass, and then we go into Crescent City. Here is my beautiful beloved ACOTAR shelf. All of these right here I actually found on Facebook while I was looking for furniture for our new apartment, and they are the OG original printed ACOTAR books, all in paperback, all in perfect condition. They were quite pricey, but I felt like I deserved them and I needed them in this room. And then we have more ACOTAR. Those are my old OG covers. I have thought about maybe selling them now that I have the other ones. So if you are interested, please comment below and we can maybe talk on Instagram or something. And then I have my Kindred Curse Saga. I do have a lot more of these coming at some point of editions I've pre-ordered for like indie brands and stuff. So I probably will have to adjust these bottom shelves. But then we just have some really pretty fantasies. We have Heir of Broken Kingdom by Mads Rafty, and then V.E. Schwab, Twilight, The Monsters, or House of Devils series that I really want to read. And then way down here, you also can't see it, we have some more fantasy. We have this little lamp because there is no overhead light in here, so it is very dark at night. I just got that from Target. And then I do still have my TBR cart that I also got from Target a few years ago. We have my most anticipated reads at the top right now. And then these are books that I need to sell. They are the Addicted Calloway series. I got through the first like 4 of them and I'm not really enjoying it. So I am going to get rid of that at some point. This is Appy or Applejack. She is our new baby. She's taking a nap, so she does. Oh, hi. She wants to be left alone, but I'm obsessed with her. Anyways, over here you have this little side table. But I think I ordered this off of Target, and then I got this lamp, I think, from like Home Goods. My little cinnamon roll candle that is so cute. My AirPods, stuff like that. And then a few knickknacks down there. This is the viral beloved bookstore little wallflower from Bath and Body Works. I went on a manhunt for this. I went to like 5 or 6 different Bath and Bodies, looked online, couldn't find it. So I did get mine from Mercari for at least twice the price, but I am obsessed with her and she's so cute, fits the space literally perfectly. Then if you move to the right of that little table, you have my little love seat couch situation. I do want to get window curtains for this at some point. Not top priority right now, but this is my little couch. I probably will film some videos here, reading vlogs or something, but I did get this from Wayfair. It is like a army green. It's not really pulling up on camera quite true to color, but I am obsessed with it. I love it so much. These pillows, I think I got from Home Goods or TJ Maxx. And then my little spider Bartholomew Bear jelly cat that I ordered when they launched the fall collection. And then you have the true magic. These are my bookshelves. They do cover the entire wall. So these are the bookshelves that are so famous from IKEA, the Billy bookshelves. I decided to get the second to the darkest color. I believe it is called like a medium oak or something like that, or like a chestnut color. I can't fully remember, but I kind of lined them up the same way that my old bookshelves used to be. So we have fantasy on one side, romance on the other. I never realized just how few romances I have because we do have a lot of open space down there to grow the collection, but that is what I wanted, was extra space. But anyways, over here we have honestly probably 2 of my favorite shelves in my book room. We have my fantasies. So lots and lots and lots of fantasy. I never realized how much I have. But we have obviously like Fourth Wing, lots of Twilight and Hunger Games, Cassandra Clare and Raven Kennedy. We have all of my Leah Stone books that I love so much. And then some random ones are down there. I went for 2 of the skinny shelves and then 3 of the really big ones. I think I would have space to do extenders if at some point I wanted that, but I do fear that those would have to be mounted to the wall. But then we have 2 skinny shelves of the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. And then we have Divine Rivals, Ruthless Vows. 2 shelves that are obviously Powerless. I love that series so much. And then we do have my Harry Potter special editions at the bottom. Then we just have a bunch of hardback fantasies. I didn't really know where I was supposed to put these, so they just kind of ended up here. And then we have some of my Harry Potter Funko Pops. I have become a Funko Pop girly. I have Friends ones, Spider-Man ones, and Harry Potter. And then we just have open space here with some little knickknacks I've added. All of my knickknacks are either from Target, Amazon, Home Goods, or TJ Maxx, if you are wondering. There's a few things from Urban Outfitters as well that I've like ordered. If you go into the romance section, Linn Painter has her whole own shelf because I had this very beautiful special edition of Better Than the Movies that I wanted to display, so she got her own shelf. Then we have a bunch of Hannah Bonham Young, Jessica Joyce, Annabelle Monaghan. Then you have a little Heartstopper shelf. And then I have Monica Murphy and some just like sports romances are on this little shelf. And then down here we have the Pumpkin Spice Cafe series by Lori Gilmore. I got this little candle from Urban Outfitters. I also have a waffle one and that cinnamon bun one. So if you're like looking for them, that's where I found mine. And on the last shelf, I just have some other random romances. There's really no rhyme or reason or organization to this section. It's just kind of what I could come up with. And then we have all of my jelly cats plus some like little other stuffies. So I have the pumpkin, the croissant, the latte, and Fran the pancake. And then those other two little ones I think I found at Second and Charles or something like that. And then we have more open space. And then at the very bottom, I just have some like general fiction and some mystery thrillers. So you have things like Riley Sager, Kristen Hanna, Sandra Brown, Stephen King, that sort of thing. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed my dream book room tour. Like I said, lots of thought went into this room. I've kind of been planning it ever since we signed the lease on this apartment back in July. So it's been a long time coming and it really is coming together exactly how I dreamed. Like I said, still a few things here and there that I need to do to it, but overall I'm very, very happy with my progress. I love being in here. I love like keeping the door open to this room so I can just kind of look at it if we're out in the living room doing whatever. So I'm very happy with this room. Like I said, if you want more in-depth on like a book collection or anything like that, or a finalized version of this video in like a month or two when I really have it perfect, please let me know and I would love to do that. So now we're gonna get into this book unboxing. I have a fat stack over here. I actually did not realize just how many packages I have acquired. So we are going to go through everything. Some of these are new releases, some of them are pre-orders, some of them are special editions. We just have a bunch of things. So I'm going to show y'all everything. I actually haven't opened any of these, so except for I think my Fairy Loot. So I am very excited to show y'all everything I have purchased. Okay, we can start with the books that are like bought in store. So I only have two, but first we have Sorrow and Starlight. This is the 8th book in the Zodiac Academy series. I apparently still don't have the 7th one, so I do need to acquire that at some point, but she is very thick. This I think just came out, at least like the new print edition of it. So we do have that. Then if you do not know, a very, 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 very special book came out this week that I'm so excited about. So I did go to a midnight release party. I did drag my boyfriend out of the house for hours to go and do this. So I am very excited. There are some like extra goodies in here that they gave us at the release party. It was fun. It was just kind of like, I didn't really know what to do. I didn't know anybody there, but they did have this little like bracelet making station. I decided to make a bookmark instead. I probably could make this into a keychain as well, but it's just got like blue and black beads, and then I put the word fantasy on it. Actually, I just picked out the design and had my boyfriend actually build it because with my nails I knew I could not, which, like, speaking of my nails, please let me show you these. I just got them done today and I am quite literally obsessed with them. She killed it. They are Harry Potter nails. They are so cute. There's little like designs on these nails. You can't really see it the best, but they are Harry Potter Gryffindor nails for the fall. So I am quite obsessed with them. She killed it. Our book that just came out is Alchemized. I had never read Manacled. If you don't know what Manacled is, it was a fanfic written based off of the end of Harry Potter. So Harry Potter nails, I've been in my Harry Potter era, but it was a fan fiction written by Linn Yu. I think that's how you say her name. If it's not, I do apologize. But it was a fanfic written, and it was basically like an alternate ending to Harry Potter. So it was like if Harry Potter would have died at the end of the last book / movie, this is what would have happened. So Manacled is a fan fiction. It was just written on, I actually don't know what it was written on, but it was like a Wattpad kind of vibe type of situation. And a lot of people have read it, they loved it. So basically what they had to do was remove that from all services, and she rewrote the story, put no like plagiarism type of situation in there, and turned it into Alchemized. So from my understanding, it's the same sort of plot, but with different characters, different backline, and a different world. So it's like a new world. So it's Manacled 2.0, quite frankly, from my understanding. You don't have to read Manacled to read Alchemized, is what I've been told, but I was able to find a PDF form of Manacled online. So if you have been trying to read that book, you can still find the PDF out there. You just have to do some digging, and then I just downloaded it to my files and then converted it to my Kindle. So I actually am currently reading Manacled. I am about like 7 or 8 chapters in, and I am loving it. So all of that, we have Alchemized. This is quite literally breaking the internet right now. It is everywhere. Everybody is talking about it. There are so many absolutely stunning editions. I hate the US editions because they're very boring. It's just like a standard hardback. This book is over 1,000 pages. There are cute end papers in here and a like different sort of dust jacket situation. Nothing too fancy about the book itself, but there's this like other dust jacket. I'm assuming it's a maze of something or a map of something. I don't know yet because I've not obviously read this book yet, but it also has these cute little end papers. So that's the US edition. And then I did order 2 German editions. So they have these stunning German editions. They are absolutely beautiful. Luckily they are written in English, so like I can't understand them, but I got mine off of the German Amazon. Luckily they do ship to the US. It just costs an arm and a leg. So I do have 2 more beautiful editions of this book coming in that I will absolutely be displaying. This is gonna probably have to have its own shelf of some sort. They gave us some spoilers and like fan art and stuff, and then there was like these fun little activities for us to do. So that's my whole spiel on Alchemized. So sorry for that really long explanation, but let's carry on. Then I have my September Romantasy Fairy Loot book. I am absolutely sick to my stomach that I don't have the adult fantasy because the book of the month was Alchemized. So I'm a little sick about that, a little upset, a little sad, but I still got an absolutely stunning edition of a different book in my Romantasy. So this month's Romantasy book was Metal Slinger. This is also a very popular TikTok book that I have the indie published version of. I've not yet read it, but I do want to at some point. So this is Metal Slinger Fairy Loot edition. It is absolutely stunning. I am quite obsessed with the way this looks, and I have a feeling that I'm also really going to enjoy this book. The naked hardback is stunning. There's a reversible dust jacket that is like a purpley vibe that is absolutely beautiful. And then I believe it is also signed with a author's note in here. So that is my Fairy Loot book of the month. I am trying to get off the wait list for their Romantasy Fantasy Duo box, but it's probably going to be years before that happens. Moving on, I have 6 Amazon packages that should be books. So we will start with the bags first. Okay, first we have City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. This is book 4 in the Mortal Instruments. I have almost this full series, but there was a few here and there that I did not have yet. So this is a YA fantasy series. I believe it's Romantasy. There's like a whole universe. I am trying to complete my collection slowly but surely. Most of these I buy secondhand, but I've been on the lookout for this one for a month and I've not been able to find it. So I just ended up ordering it off of Amazon instead. Amazon package number 2. This one is looking a little bit crumpled, but it's probably fine. This is The Last Hours. This is the other series that's a part of that universe that I was talking about. So these are beautiful. I've also been on the lookout for this one for a very long time, and I've not been able to find it in secondhand. So I just went ahead and picked it up on Amazon. I just, quite frankly, really wanted to do some book buying for myself. And then this last of the like little package is If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. I have been on the lookout for this book for at least a month. It was like taken off of all online retailers for some reason. You literally couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find it on Amazon. I couldn't find it on Target, Walmart, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, anywhere. I could not find this book anywhere. And then a few days ago, I was just scrolling on Amazon, as you do, and they had it in stock. So I bought that so fast. I've heard some really amazing things about this book. It's supposed to be very like Gilmore Girls fall vibes. This is going straight on my TBR cart. I cannot wait to read this, and I'm so excited. It's so beautiful, and I'm just so glad this is finally gonna be on my shelves, because I have been looking and looking and looking for her. Another new release that I actually forgot to mention earlier was People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. This is also that fall vibe. I'm so excited to try this out. I've heard amazing things about Hannah Bonham Young. I do own a bunch of her books. I just have not read any of them yet, but I am very excited about this one as well. This is also on my fall TBR. This one is a sexy and emotional romance. It's a small town journey, and there's like a adventurous newcomer who comes in and meets the woman. So I'm very excited about this one as well. Now we have a bunch of boxes. So I do have my trusty box cutter here to try and get into these. Okay, first thing in this box is The Last Hours. This is Chain of Thorns. This is the third book in the Last Hours series. This is the last one I was looking for. I just went ahead and decided to buy them together. So another Cassandra Clare book. I'm excited to add these to my shelves and kind of like complete that collection. Then I have Nocticadia by Carrie Lake. I have heard so many good things about this. Mine is a little bit bent on the back, but it's probably fine. I believe my best friend Callie actually has read this, so I am very, very excited to get into it. I've heard really, really good things, and I think it's going to be perfect for this time of year. I think that it might be yes, it's like, I think student teacher, and it's based at a university. So I love anything that's like university based, and student teacher can be fun when done right. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think the second one might have just come out. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that this author just came out with a new book, so not really too sure. Okay, we have another Amazon package. I know that some people really do not support buying books from Amazon, but I'm balling on a bit of a budget right now. I did just move, and so I do order quite a bit of books off of Amazon because you can find just about anything on there. This is my pre-ordered version of Alchemized. Obviously I did end up going to the release party, which I didn't know about when I pre-ordered this, but I figured it can't hurt to have another standard edition. I can ruin one of them and annotate it or something, and then I have the other one that's kind of a little more special to me because I went to the release party for it. But this is just another standard hardback that I pre-ordered of this book. Okay, this is our second to last package, but it is our last Amazon package. This one is very big and heavy. Honestly, this is like Christmas because I don't even fully remember everything that I have bought in. Okay, these are looking a little damaged based on how they packaged them. But first we have Lady of Ashes. This is a Lady of Darkness novel. This is book number 3. Actually, I'm pretty sure this whole box is the whole series. So we have Lady of Ashes. This series is by Melissa Rokerich. Then we have book 4, which is Lady of Ember. Book 5, Lady of Starfire. Book 1, which is Lady of Darkness. And then our final book in this box is Lady of Shadows, which is book number 2. I have seen this series at Books A Million a couple of times, and I've always wanted to pick it up, but at that store, these are like $25 or $30 a book. I think I got all of them for between like $18 and $23 on Amazon, and these are, I believe, indie editions, so I wanted to get them before they go out of print because I do think that this series will be picked up by a publisher sometime soon. So I am very excited to get into this series, and I'm excited to add them to my shelves. And then the last thing in this box is a Funko Pop. So this is a Hermione Funko. The only one from like my favorite characters that I am currently missing is a Harry Potter one itself. I've been a little bit picky about which Harry Potter I want, so I'm still kind of looking for like my perfect Harry Potter Funko, but we do have Hermione now. I did buy Dumbledore and Ron from Barnes & Noble like a week ago, so I didn't like the Hermione they had, so I ended up picking up one off of Amazon. Okay, this is our final package. I believe I know what's in here. Y'all are probably gonna be like, Tori, be so serious when I show you this, but I could not help myself because I just know that these are just gonna keep going up in price, so I bit the bullet while I could. Okay, after about 20,000 yards of bubble wrap, I finally was able to get the book. So please, like, don't judge me. I know there's gonna be judgment coming, but it's another edition of Alchemized. I'm so sorry, please don't sue me. This is a signed edition by the author. All of the signed editions were completely sold out online, so I got this one off of Mercari. It was quite expensive, are we surprised? But I knew that they were just gonna keep going up in price and that people were gonna really take advantage of us collectors, so I picked it up while I could. Here we have it, signed version of Alchemized. Yes, I do now have 3 editions in my possession, and I have 2 German editions on the way. Hold your judgment, I don't want to hear it, but I am very happy and very excited to have this. So that is everything. That is my book haul, that is my room tour, those are my updates. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my face again. I know I missed all of you very, very much, and I am excited to be back. Please let me know down below what you want to see from me. Are we wanting lifestyle? Are we wanting more book videos? What are we looking for? Because I'm not even sure myself anymore. But with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face. I missed you all so very much. I love y'all to the moon and back, and I will hopefully see you very, very soon. Bye, guys.